Hello there, you more than 180k awakening people joining me in a wonderful battle against ignorance. Today we'll talk about Jim Carrey. Jim is a Canadian-American actor, comedian and artist, well known for his spirited slapstick performances, upbeat appearances, amusing faces and witty remarks. But there is a whole different personality hiding beneath the jester's mask. And the tragic events in his life serve as the foundation for his path to the glory. Let's get started.
But when I was about 14 or 15, my father lost his job and I actually became homeless for quite some time. Of course, I grew up in Canada, so I thought we had just gone camping.
Camping. His mother, Caitlin, was a failed singer, and his father, Percy, who was an accountant, was also a self-taught saxophonist who had to give up his musical dreams to support his family.
When my father lost his job, I was pissed. You know, it was like one of those things. My dad, how dare the universe?
The family was poor. Caitlin was often sick and was addicted to pain medication.
I was always the one that had to entertain the parties at my parents' place. You know, when I was small. Come on out, Jim. Do your biafran. Take your shirt off. Watch this kid suck his gut in. Boy, he's so skinny. Saves on hospital bills, though. For X-rays, all we have to do is just strip him down and hold him up to the light. You know what I mean?
He was making faces in the mirror.
Father was always one to dig me.
Well, how much did your father influence you?
Oh, he influenced me a lot. He's a very crazy person. A little nutso.
He's an accountant, though, isn't he?
Yeah.
I mean, are you telling me there's a crazy accountant out there?
There is, yes, just one.
So did he really push you in that direction?
Yeah, I guess. Well, both my parents have been very supportive, you know, and they're very happy with what I'm doing. You know, they know that this is where I belong, I guess.
That was this place called Yuck Yucks. It was downtown Toronto. It was like it was a tragically hip place with, you know, people with, you know, dark colors on, and
it was a disaster. My mother dressed me in a polyester suit.
And
I said, "Are you sure about this?" And he said, I saw it on Donahue.
At the age of 15, because the family needed additional income, his father brought him to the local Yuck Yucks club, a kind of comedy club for youngsters. This attempt to become a stand-up comedian failed miserably, and Jim left the stage booed. He didn't give up, and a couple of years later, he conquered all the comedy clubs in Toronto with his over-the-top crazy facial expressions and his humorous impersonations.
You wouldn't believe how much that turns me on.
When you see somebody or you decide to do an impression, what do you look for? Is it a mannerism? Is it the sound of the voice? What is it?
The next video is from a 1981 interview when Jim was 19 years old and had no idea how famous he was going to be.
It's usually what I do is I watch a lot of television. I tape people when they're on television. I take it back to my room and I play it over and over, talk with it, get the exact phrasing down, and then go for the tone of the voice and then the mannerisms.
Did you lie?
No. We told the
This
absolute
is U.S. President Jimmy Carter.
which was not, again, politically attractive. There is no way that anyone could look at the unfortunate mistake that was made in the United Nations vote and claim that it was
You'll see why I choose this snippet.
planned to benefit me politically.
I guess Jimmy Carter has an interesting mannerisms. The smile is very interesting.
So that's the first thing you do is catch hold of that smile.
It's just a... Thank you. I'm sure you could do this impression too, if you really try. 'Cause you have wonderful teeth.
Look at the smile.
1, 2 party in the county jail. Prison bells and they began to wail. Bell jumping out as you began to swing. Shoulder of the knockdown jail bus sing that ball. Okay, man, I think we plumb got pooped out, man.
Jim Carrey was a hell of an imitator. To prove that, I'll show you another snippet from the 1991 television show In Living Color. Do you recognize the character?
But this fight tonight is pure insanity.
No way, Apollo. You just wanna you move.
Easy, Rock. Not too many syllables.
I got lightheaded there. Hey, look, listen, I still got the eye of the tiger, you know that.
Look, Rocky, you got the eye of a tiger and the IQ of a lima bean. You're not going to be fighting a man tonight. You'll be fighting an animal.
Animals don't scare me.
Of course, is Sylvester Stallone in the 1976 movie Rocky. The young artist Jim Carrey moved to Los Angeles, where he was readily accepted on local stages.
What's in the future for you, Jim? What's coming?
Well, I'm going down to Rodney Dangerfield's in New York. I'm going to be playing there.
I was an ugly kid, too. My old man took me to the zoo. The guy at the gate thanked him for returning me. I mean, I had it rough. I told my old man I'm sick and tired of running around in circles. He got mad. He nailed down my other foot.
Other foot. So Jim was noticed by a very important comedian, Rodney Dangerfield, at the top of his game in the 80s, and offered to act at his opening during his tour.
Rodney was so impressed with Jim that he brought him to the States and made him his opening act in Las Vegas. At the time, Jim was changing his material, and audiences weren't quite sure what he was doing. Another headliner might have fired him, not Rodney.
Backstage, he would say, "So you're going through some changes, you know. You're trying some new things, and you sure you don't want to, you know, stick with the other stuff?" And I said, "No, I see where that's going, and I'm going to die in Vegas." And he said, "Well, do what you got to do. You got to believe in yourself and go with it."
I was performing in Toronto when I got my first gig with Rodney. He liked my act and he hired me to open for him at Caesar's Palace in Las Vegas. It was a very big deal for me. After that, he took me on tour for a couple of years, and one day I decided to be myself on stage. Well, things got pretty weird after that. I was bombing night after night, but I could still hear Rodney laughing in the wings. Afterwards, he'd say to me, "Man, those people are looking at you like you're from another planet."
From another planet. That's true.
People always want to know where I come from, as though it's automatically going to be funny because I'm a comic. So they ask me, "Tell us about your family."
This is from Rubberface, a 1981 television low-budget film made for CBC, starring Jim Carrey as Tony Maroney, a struggling comedian whose jokes often fail.
Okay, I will. I have two parents. My mother's a good cook. Oh, yeah, really? That's my mother you're laughing at there. You know, all I said was that she cooks well. You've got to be kidding.
You've got to be kidding.
I guess if people think you're funny, they laugh at anything you do.
Tony Maroney, ladies and gentlemen. Tony Maroney, kid with a great future as a dishwasher.
As a dishwasher.
Pork and beans. Pork and beans!
Jim Carrey got his big break when he joined the cast of In Living Color, a TV show that started in 1990 and changed the entertainment history for the better. After all, In Living Color debuted on television roughly 4 years before Ace Ventura: Pet Detective became a sensation. Unsurprisingly, Carrey played several recurring In Living Color characters that were popular with audiences. Despite that, there's no doubt that Fire Marshal Bill was Carrey's most successful In Living Color character.
I'm Fire Marshal Bill Burns, and I noticed your bride was getting a little warm south of the navel there, son.
Sweet, you get the hell out of here.
We've lost him.
Time of death, 4:16 p.m. Nurse, call the coroner.
Don't touch that dial, Mary Tyler Morks. It's a zombie! Not quite, son, but I do appreciate the Haitian culture. I'm Fire Marshal Bill Burns, and nobody likes a quitter.
Nobody likes a quitter.
Happy entrails to you. Rib spreader! Rib spreader! Oh. So that's where my TV clicker went.
TV clicker.
Staple gun! Staple gun!
The character is an insane and seemingly immortal fire marshal who pops up in different locations at random and gives out advices how to avoid fires and other dangerous hazards. However, all the advices he gives are completely useless and deranged, and instead of preventing hazards, he causes them.
Attention! Attention! Can I have your attention? This net safety tip could prevent imminent disaster. You're having a birthday party on the boat. One of Hitler's Nazi bakers hands you a birthday cake made out of plastic and squash. Quick! Into the lifeboats! The ship's gonna blow! Everybody remain calm. I am a fire marshal.
Fire marshal.
First, you extinguish the fuse like so. Then you merely dispose of your explosive little friend in the nearest trash receptacle.
Trash receptacle.
You idiot! That's not a trash receptacle! Okay, smart guy. Where does it lead to, then? To the engine room!
Engine room. And there comes the movie Ace Ventura: Pet Detective in 1994. When a football team's mascot, a dolphin, is stolen just before the Super Bowl, Ace Ventura is put on the case. The Ace Ventura funny walking was inspired by the walk of a bird, as Jim said in an interview.
Basically, it's just smart bird at the edge of the pond.
Massey must be missing.
And this is from the movie.
Hey, Ventura! Ventura!
Instead of letting Ventura become a bumbling idiot as the script indicated, Jim has rewritten the script and transformed the character into a peculiar yet intelligent pet detective.
For God's sakes, Jim, I'm a doctor, not a pool man!
It's now common knowledge that this role brought Jim world fame and real fortune. That's all for today, folks. I will talk about The Mask and other comedy films starring Jim Carrey, as well as Jim's painful road to tragedy in the next episode of the series Jim Carrey from Comedy to Tragedy. See you soon in the next video. Bye bye!